Good afternoon everybody and welcome back to Herringbrook Farm Kitchen. It is fabulous to have you here as always, and today we're going to hot smoke some pork shoulder and it's going to be delicious. So I'm going to start by making the dry rub, and like everything we do here at Herringbrook Farm, we like to weigh everything. So I've got a little spice grinder here, which I'll blitz everything together. I'm going to need about 100 grams of dry rub, all told, and the main ingredient is going to be salt. So I'll go in there with about 50 grams of salt, and then we're going to have some smoked paprika. So we'll get some of that smoked paprika in there. Roughly about 10 grams of that. Lovely job. And then some Coleman's English mustard powder. Beautiful colour. Lovely yellow. And we'll go in with about 10 grams of English mustard powder. Super. And then we've got some onion flakes. About another 10-15 grams of onion flakes. Lovely job. And then finally some garlic powder. And as I say, about another 10-15 grams of garlic powder. There we are. Super job. Get the lid on there. Made a bit of a mess. Clean that up later. Right, and then I'm going to need my bay mix, blade off there, and that just sits on here, and we give it a bit of a whack up. Lovely job, all done. Right, I'm going to get the meat out, we'll get this rubbed in, and then the meat can go in the fridge. Okay, nice bit of pork shoulder. Just give it a little bit of a dry off with some blue roll. Get the worst of the moisture off it. It's been in the fridge, so it's quite cold. There we go. So what I like to do is let the dry rub just soak in overnight. So using one of these big plastic kitchen containers, I like to get some of the rub on the base like that. And this is all about not trying to get too much washing up going on. Get a little bit in the side there, give it a nice firm rub in. And then we'll do the other side. Oops. This can get kind of messy. Like that. And we'll just get some worked into the base. There we go. I'm going to give it a really good rub in. Get the whole meaty area coated. Bit more on there. There we are, fabulous. Get him in the plastic container, and then with the rest of my rub, I'm just going on over the top, and then I can reach in and just make sure that every bit of it is covered. It smells fabulous, I don't mind telling you. There we go. That's it, my hands are covered. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover this in cling film. We'll put it in the fridge over there overnight. So, well, I don't know, 20 hours or so. And then tomorrow we'll get it out, we'll get it in the smoker, and we'll give it a very long hot smoke, and it's going to be delicious. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, welcome back. We're ready to go with smoking this delicious pork shoulder. The smoker's on. Not smoking yet, just preheated it. The pork shoulder's been in the fridge overnight with the rub on. Looks absolutely amazing. I'm just going to put a wee bit of oil on the rack here, just as in a vain attempt to get it to stop it from sticking. Like that, fabulous. And then we'll get this meat in. There we go. That looks absolutely delicious, and I can tell you it smells incredible. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in the smoker. We're going to turn the smoke on, and it is going to smoke in there for 5 hours at 100 degrees. So a lovely, nice, low temperature. So it's going to slow cook this, which is going to make it beautiful and soft and rich and delicious. So I'm going to stick it in, get the smoke turned on, and I'll come back to you in 5 hours and we'll get on to the next stage. So I'll see you then. So at the risk of filling the kitchen with smoke, but I frankly can't wait, this has been smoking now for about 2 hours. So we've got another 3 or so hours to go. Let's take a quick look inside. Look at that. It looks incredible. It's going to taste amazing. Okay, so we've been smoking for 6 hours. The smoking cycle is finished. I've just left it for 20 minutes or so, just so the extractor can get the smoke out of the oven. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to make a bit of a baste. So I'm not going to weigh this. I'm going to go in here with 150 ml of just cheap old white wine vinegar. And I'm going to add that same quantity again, so another 150 of boiling water, or boiled water. I'm going to go into that with a good glug of honey and the magic ingredient, a couple of teaspoons of English mustard, and we'll give that a stir. Fabulous. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to keep cooking it basically. I'm going to get it out, get it off the rack, we'll get it into this tin. I'm just covering the table here with a bit of greaseproof paper because this rack is going to be rather disgusting and sticky and fatty. So let's get in here, get it out. Wow, that looks absolutely incredible. Wow. There we go, that's coming off there nicely. So I get that in there like that. Move these over to one side. See why I needed the greaseproof paper now. Okay, so I'm just going to pour this baste over. And then I'm going to cover it in foil so it gets all steamy in there. And it's going to go back in the oven at 100 degrees for another 4 hours. So it will have had 10 hours in total of cooking, and this steamy baste here, which will pick up all of the flavours from the meat, vinegar hit, it's going to percolate through and make it absolutely delicious. So nice big chunk of foil, and we want to make a sort of tent really over here. We do want to make sure that it's sealed. There we go. Lovely. Should have enough room. And we're just going to pop this in. Just fits in. So we will leave that now for another 4 hours. Then we'll come back, take it out, and we will take a look at this amazing smoked pork shoulder. I'll see you in 4 hours. Okay, that's it. 10 hours is up. Let's get it out and take a look. Can't wait. Oh my lord, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So I'll just get rid of the foil. And what I'm going to do now, carefully so as not to burn myself, is I'm just going to lift this out and get it on this tray. So here's what I'm going to do. This amazing juice here, I'm going to reduce that down with some tomato ketchup, would you believe, and some Worcester sauce. We're going to make that a lovely thick juice. This bad boy, I'm going to shred up on this tray. We're going to get it plated up on a platter. It's going to be absolutely stunning. Right, there you have it, all done. Okay, so that's the pork all shredded. We've got that sauce on now. We'll turn that up to a medium-high heat. Get myself a spatula. So we're just going to reduce this down, which won't take too long. Okay, so it's come up to the boil now, and I'm going to boil this quite hard to reduce it for probably about 3 or 4 minutes. It smells incredible. Kind of porky, smoky, vinegary, peppery, mustardy, just everything you want in a barbecue sauce. Okay, that's reducing nicely. I'm going to go in with some Liam Perrin's Worcestershire sauce and good old Heinz tomato ketchup. Give it a quick hit of umami. And I'm going to be quite generous with that because we want something quite nice and unctuous and tomatoey. Most importantly, let's give it a taste. That's amazing. I guess I should give it a proper taste with a tiny bit of pork here. Oh my lord. That is absolutely delicious. That's it. This is going over the top of here. Look at that. Absolutely fabulous. Right, that's it. We really are done. Thank you ever so much for following along today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Give us a subscribe. Maybe hit like. I'm going to go and eat my smoked pork. I hope you have a great evening, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.